What's going on, guys? It's your boy Johnny Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Juju Watkins has broken her silence about her explosive game tonight. Guys, for this one here, we got to go to LA. Let's get it. Let's go. I'll be the first one to tell you, Juju Watkins definitely got in her bag tonight. I mean, she was cashing checks left and right. The young lady was on fire. Now, we know these last couple games, Juju looked like she might have been off a little bit. Well, I'm here to tell you, she's definitely back all right now, bro. She literally had nearly 40 points in a must-win Battle for LA game against UCLA, dog. Juju had a whopping 38 points, 11 rebounds, 8 damn blocks, 5 assists, and they won the game 71-60. Now, UCLA came into this thing undefeated, dog. Juju Watkins looked like she's definitely messed up. If the draft was tomorrow and Juju was able to go, she's going #1 overall. She's going #1. We have not seen a performance like this since the great you-know-who, Caitlin Clark. Juju Watkins looked at sensational. Because I know everybody is constantly questioning her ability on a basketball court. And I'm here to tell you, Juju definitely put all the critics to bed tonight, dog. Because I'm telling you right now, this young lady is going to be a serious problem in the WNBA. I believe if Juju Watkins keep this up, sky is the limit for her. Now, she did speak to reporters immediately after this game. Let's check out what she had to say. Roll the footage.
UCLA is legit good as people think they are. I wasn't watching film saying, hey, you know, they're not as good as people think. I said they're really good and we have to be better than them to win the game, to earn it. And I thought our players did everything in their power to do that. I thought it was an incredible team win, but obviously I would be remiss if I didn't talk about, you know, these two young women sitting here. No one in our locker room is surprised at the performance that Clarice put on. My husband just sent me something that, like, a post that someone said, Clarice Akamafa will be remembered, right? Like, it was just an unbelievable, you know, Galen moment. She was phenomenal, but we all just know what she's capable of and plays her role as well as anyone I've coached. And I know you're gonna ask me a million questions. I didn't teach Juju any of that. Just try to put her in situations to be her best self, and she does most of that work. What I was so impressed with tonight, obviously, was just the mentality she came out with. Obviously, the ball going through the net helps, but when we changed our coverages in the second half and said, we can't just go one-on-one with vets, we have to double, but the double's got to be good. You know, she ends up with 8 blocks as well. I thought our team stepped up, did a lot of toughness, things that won us the game in the fourth, but I think this is a historic Galen performance that we should appreciate from Juju and her team, and then move on to the next one.
All right, we're going to start with Luca, Sabrina, and Beth. Luca?
Oh, there's no mic. Sorry. Juju, obviously, Lindsay who said there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, to be great. At times, tough shooting nights the last couple of weeks. We've kind of seen you wear that physically. What changed tonight?
Yeah.
Playing with a lot more joy.
Yeah, I think just to be, just have that youthful spirit like on the floor. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Just to be out there and go, just to be happy out there and go out there with my teammates and get the job done. I think that's really all I could ask for. And then, like you said, it has been a tough couple of weeks for me, but just staying true to the process. I mean, there's a lesson in everything, and I think that is to always stay joyful on the court. So,
Sabrina.
Juju, just like what Lindsay was saying about you seeing needing to make good decisions and help well. What were you saying before in terms of setting that second defender, and how were you guys helping score us to the game?
yeah, I said it earlier, like, Bets is just an anomaly. So, like, I think it was just important that C and Rhea and Kiki knew that the guards had their back as well, and we're all in it together. And any way I could help C out, really she could hold her own, but I was able to get my hands on a lot of bet shots and when it came down to the stretch of it. So just any way I could help out defensively, I was down to do it. So.
All right, we'll do Beth, Charlotte, Jordan. Beth, go ahead.
Oh.
I don't have a
Yeah,
microphone.
okay. Juju, you came here to help this program win a national championship, but tonight seemed like just a defining moment on possibly that path. Just what did it feel like to, the crowd was behind you guys, and the just who was in the crowd, kids and grown-ups, and just it seemed like just everything that you have wanted to have happen here on your path happened tonight. It all kind of came together. I mean, what does that look like to you, mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a dream come true. I mean, not to shout out anybody, but Sanaya Lathan, Monica, OG Monica in the crowd, Lisa Ray, Kevin Hart, like it was just an amazing crowd and grateful for all the fans. And then, when you have people like that show up, you can't disappoint. So shout out Monica for that. But yeah, I'm really just like a kid out there and just living on my dreams for real. So
Charlotte.
I was excited too about one.
yeah.
You bring that up. Would you rate it, how would you say today's game compared to the rest of the season? Was your performance today? How would you rank that? And Reese, how would you say that about your teammate, her performance today? What do you think as her leadership and coaches can add? You could say something.
You can start.
Okay, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. How would you rate your teammate's performance today? From throughout the season, she had been struggling, but today she stepped up. What would you describe or say about her game?
Honestly, Juju is amazing. I didn't realize she was struggling until now. But every single day she shows up, she's her best, and I appreciate that. And like y'all see on the court.
Thank you.
Jordan.
This question's for all of you guys, but you guys are going to face them twice, and them losing, they're going to want to come back and get theirs. But why was it important to make sure that you guys win this first matchup?
I mean, I didn't say this in the locker room, but I'll probably say it to him. We weren't a terrible team after we lost to Notre Dame, and we're not the national champions tonight. But when you have opportunities in front of you, it can test like where you are. And the one thing I did say to him, we don't talk about the losses a ton, but we've had 2 losses that we didn't feel good about, and we wanted that to be a catalyst for us against the team that hadn't had that feeling yet. Now they're going to have it too, and it's the next iteration of our games, with them when we face them again. But we've got 3 games before that. They'll be better. We'll be better. It's our only double round match in the game in the Big Ten, so that everyone will learn from the scout. We don't expect it to get easier, but we want to take care of business until then. And then that next one when we play will be the biggest game, but not before these ones that are in front of us right away.
Cameron.
Grace, you made things look a lot harder for Lauren than pretty much anybody has this season, and I know she's going to score, but can you talk a little bit about how the team prepared and how you prepared for that? I mean, you have Kennedy playing amazing ball defense and, keeping it away and, getting her fewer touches, but can you talk about how you set up for that both personally and as a team?
Honestly, yes, I do my best to shield her and play great post defense, but honestly, the biggest thing is ball pressure, and the guards do a great job of beating the ball. So even if, let's say 1 second, Beth is open, they can't pass ball through because of amazing ball pressure. And shout out to Ju because she had my back. I know Ju. That got me sometimes, but I know Ju had my back and had that block. So yeah.
We'll go Sierra.
I'm
Ryan,
sorry,
and then
I'm
Marie.
going to add because she's not going to say it. It's just a clinic in post defense because we talked about not letting vets get to her spots. So she is 6'6" and incredibly athletic, and just the work to not get her to spots. But then she also can get deflections and kind of get around to make it tough without lunging and giving her something easy. I mean, we've seen it for a couple of years now, and it's as important as any other piece of our team and our singular kind of ability. And she stays ready for when her name is called.
We'll go Sierra, Ryan, and then the green.
Oh, this is for all of you guys. Lindsay, you said after the game that this was that day you want to forget. And I know you're still in the middle of it, but I'm curious if already if there's any moments today that will be kind of important for you.
I think it's important in a season that's a long journey and we're not at the end to find the joy and recognize the really cool moments when we have them. I think we'd be remiss if you just move on to the next thing. But we know we're not we aren't champions today. We're not where we want to go, but to just recognize the atmosphere, the crowd, the individual, just growth process things that I see on our team. Like literally, I will remember this defensive performance by C. We'll be talking about this with our coaching staff, years from now. We will, right? Juju's just heroic shot making and effort and intensity, especially coming after, the million questions she gets, when it does not perfect out there. And there was a play, like I said in there, where it was in front of our bench and there was like 4 or 5 rebounds and Ken's diving on the floor and Avery and somehow Drew, and then it gets back to Kiki and the free throws. I just think those are the things that, we'll remember, and it just becomes one epic game in a season. But you have to find joy in those, even though, as a coach, we'll say, okay, now we got to win on Saturday or whatever day, Sunday.
Ryan.
Lindsay, Juju was so good, obviously, for all the game. But in those last 4 minutes, Avery hits a 3, Clarice has the steal.
Yep.
Kiki gets the breakaway, pass from Juju.
Yep.
How critical was it for this team that after Juju had carried so much early that they kind of put the finishing touches?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that, like, every game is going to have a little bit of a different story, and that's what I'm trying to get our players to really understand and buy into. Everyone wants to make every shot. We want everything to be perfect, but she came out just on such a heater and was like 6 for 7 from 3 in the first half and had it cooking. Like, I felt like other people were going to have to make plays at some point, or they were going to force us to do different things. And just Kiki getting out in transition and doing what she does better than anyone, running the floor and having a high motor, like that broke them down a little bit. I said in there, we were small for a minute. I think we had Kiki at the 5. Betts was out, so I was going small to see if we could get a 3 or something. I'd called a play for Avery, and then they checked Betts back in, and I was like, okay, let's run Avery's play and then get C in. And she hits that 3 off of a design play, and it took her right out, so I got to get C in. And, like, that's how you win basketball games, when everyone just knows what is needed of them. But that was an incredibly important bucket. I think it gave us the lead. The execution was great. We got her on what we call a wiper screen, and she knocked it down. You don't win without everybody doing what they have to do. And Kennedy Smith's defense was unbelievable. I thought, Kaylee Heck will get TV. I mean, I could go through the list. It doesn't happen without everyone, even though the numbers today are skewed where, Juju and Kiki are the only one in double figures. And another day, we can score 86 points when, our leading scorers don't have their best day. That's what we're going to have to do, and get everyone in as good a place as possible, and have a belief in one another that it takes what it takes.
We'll go here in the green, and then Henry, Timothy, Ethan.
Marissa Flores of NCAA.com. Out of halftime, UCLA, they went on something like a 10-point scoring run. What's being said by you as the coach and you guys as the players in huddles to make sure that trend doesn't continue?
I mean, I thought we had to change our energy. Like, they're a really good team. We know they're going to come at us, but I felt like we looked a little too defeated at that point. I called the timeout, got on them, and then we switched also to doubling the posts more, just to make it more disruptive and difficult. And I thought they were getting on each other too, to just stay locked in and chip away. We obviously had our struggles in the third quarter offensively, but just a couple big plays kept us within striking distance. We're like, we're right here, and then we were able to take it, over the top.
Henry.
Coach, you touched upon this, but for Clarice and Juju, Kennedy came in with, I think, 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and she played the entire rest of the game, and they only scored 10 points after that. So she was picking up full court, she was clapping people's faces, she was diving all over the place. Can you talk about how her defensive intensity sort of changed the game?
Yeah, I think she really gives us the energy that we need on defense. She rattles the other players so much where they, their minds are scrambled. So she's just such an important part of our team, and I'm glad we have her. And she definitely gives us all the energy we need on defense.
Timothy?
Juju, I saw you looking at the stat sheet. 38, 11, 5 of 8 blocks is crazy. It's bananas. What does that say about your overall game, what you can do on the floor?
Yeah, I think it's just like whatever it takes to win, honestly. Like, I didn't plan on having that many blocks, but I think that's what we needed to win. And just any way I can help out, that's my goal. So,
Ethan, Scott, Tyler.
The question's for Clarice. I mentioned earlier UCLA went on that 10-0 run. Betts had 7 of those 10 points. What was your mentality for you and the rest of the front court to, adapt to that? And eventually you guys made those changes to get that win.
My mentality was kind of like, take a deep breath, you got this, next mentality. Also, Jude did come up to me too and was like, she's gonna score, she's a great player, but I got your back. And she did have my back after that, so yeah, I appreciate you.
Scott and then Tyler.
Yeah, with football, it seems like because the transfers and all that kind of stuff, the USC UCLA rivalry seems collectively a bit watered down than it used to be. Where is this rivalry for you guys?
It's not watered down.
I mean, I know what you're saying, right? Like we have people switch schools and back and then like they're not here for as long.
Yeah.
We have a lot of LA kids, right, that have grown up with it. We have a lot of competitors. We have a team in the locker room, ones who are not from LA who understand. It's like we know a lot of the players. We've seen a lot of them, you know, in the media. They've seen a lot of us. So there's nothing. It really means something, and it's for big stakes in terms of, you know, championships and things. So it's just everything you want in a rivalry.
Tyler and then Fredo will be the last one.
Juju, it's one thing to dominate on one side of the ball or the other side of the ball, but you were able to truly dominate and take over the game on each side of the ball simultaneously. Really, I was interested for you from a mindset perspective, from an energy perspective, and figuring out when is the moment to go after it in this game, whether it be diving in for a block or a help. How is that mentality to know that you have so much responsibility on both sides in this game, in this matchup, and how do you kind of manage, whether it be the energy aspect or just kind of knowing when to pick your spots on either side of the ball in a game like this?
Yeah, honestly, I think, you know, I don't think too much, like, honestly, but I'm grateful for my team. I think we all collectively hold that responsibility. I think it doesn't fall on my shoulders solely. So, like I said, anything I can do to contribute, I'm going to do, and it's not really a calculated thing. It's just like a feel for the game, and so I just kind of let my mind take over and just get, you know, winning plays in.
Okay.
Juju, Coach mentioned right now that she didn't teach you anything about what happened out there, but what do you feel that you actually have learned from her over the last year and a half? Like you can kind of take it forward.
I think Coach has just always been by my side throughout the whole process, and she calms me down in moments and you know, puts me in the right position to do what I do. And you know, these past couple weeks have been rough from a shooting percentage perspective, but you know, we have the relationship where it's like, you know, you got the next one. So I just think that confidence in me is really all I need, and it just motivates me to go out there.